So we are now entering into demand analysis. So look at our slide, you will get one interesting thing for a demand topic. Yes. What should I focus in this topic? That should be your question. And what happened to this? Look at this. What should I focus in this topic is very, very important for you. So have a look into what is given, and those of you who are interested, you may take it down. So this is regarding chapter lesson 3, isn't it? Law of demand. Okay. Who gave this? Who gave the law of demand? Sure. See, basic question you are all struggling. Leave alone analytical questions, tables, graphs. Fundamental, I have told you that these are called as technical questions. Unless you remember, unless you read and revise, you will not remember. What's the answer? Alfred Marshall, right? Stick it into your head, it's Alfred Marshall. But law of supply? Adam Smith? Sure. Alfred Marshall? Sure. Law of demand and law of supply were given by Alfred Marshall. Yes, register that, because law of supply, who gave, it's a tricky question, because it is in principle, it is an equilibrium analysis topic. We get to know where he talks about how the supply curve slopes and how the demand curve slopes. So remember that. Okay. Now what kind of questions you can get before going into the exercise? Questions on meaning of the term in economics. Common man parlance and economist parlance are very much different. Okay, so common man does not bring the twofold segments which are there in the concept of demand. And the twofold segments are desire to buy the commodity, ability to buy the commodity. So you can say willingness to buy plus purchasing power. These two, it's an expected question when they ask you demand curve. As we go to the lesson 3. Okay, so demand in economic parlance, please be thorough with, because a common man's option will also be there, which is not as expected from you. So willingness, it also implies a desire, willingness to buy. Plus, it's not enough if I have willingness, I must have the purchasing power to buy. Can I go to shopkeeper and say, you all went no for breakfast? What did you all have for breakfast? Both of you. Where did you have? Rajbhavan. Yeah, good story. Supposing you go to Rajbhavan and say that we have a long revision and I love idlis, hot idlis, can you give me? Will he give? What does he care that you have revision or what? You pay money and whatever it is, I'll give you. Right? You eat idlis and go to movie, why does he care? So, purchasing power, that is where economics comes into, the economic perspective comes into picture. Willingness to buy plus purchasing power. Very important actually. For your information, I can say that it's very, very important. Please note it without fail. Now, you will have table and graph based questions. Table and graph based questions, and basically graph question is you have to identify, you know, whether it's a demand curve, generally downward sloping demand curve, no, inverse relationship, etc. Now, can you tell me, my dear students, I ask you a question. What will be there in the x-axis and what will be in y-axis as far as demand analysis topic is concerned?
Price.
Where is price and where is quantity?
Price is X, Y,
and quantity is
X.
Are you sure? 100% confident of your answer? As far as demand analysis topic is concerned? Are you 100% confident? Nothing less than 100%? 100%.
No.
Demand analysis as a topic as a whole, we have price demand, income demand, and cross demand.
Right?
What is the question I asked?
I think
For demand analysis as a topic, as a whole topic, when you do a graph, what will come under X and Y? You have to say that for price demand, what you
price
said,
and quantity.
income demand you will have Y. And in cross demand you will have quantity demanded of X commodity, price of Y commodity. Now the question if they ask, please look at it. In demand analysis, what are the parameters in the X and Y axis? Of the four options, you choose an option which says it depends upon price demand, income demand, and cross demand. If you find a term like this, tick mark. Am I clear? Am I clear? Whole of the demand analysis, we have seen three types of demand for your information. Are you clear? Yes, you got this point? Yeah. This little cue I want to give. Determinants of demand will come as case example. Weather, status symbol, articles of status symbol, wealth of the consumer. You remember that equation? Quantity demanded is a function of price, the price of related goods, income of the consumer, wants, implies all other factors. Right. Now concepts. Look at the concept. We will do exercise after just giving you a small, recollection. We can do it. You have Veblen effect, Giffen effect, demonstration effect, income effect, substitution effect. No, these are the concepts itself in this chapter. As exceptions they come, but you should know that these are all the concepts from which questions would stem. Okay, isn't it? Then ceteris paribus. Is it a Greek or a Latin or a Spanish or an English term? Ceteris paribus. From what is the origin of this?
Greek.
It's Latin phrase. The Latin phrase. What is the meaning of it?
All other factors.
Other things remaining constant. Remember, ceteris paribus is frequently asked. Please know what happened here. It's opening. Somebody opened it.
They can't even be there. It's a thermal.
Oh. Okay. So please note this. Oikos nomos this morning you said Greek. You remember this. Ceteris paribus is a Latin phrase. First option here they'll give you Greek to confuse you. Remember it's a Latin phrase meaning other things remaining constant. Now why does the demand curve slope downwards? It is called as the economics behind the law of demand. Can you tell me the four important reasons as to why the demand curve slopes downwards? Good. Very good beginning. Yes, Karan, others? Other points you remember? Starting is correct. Perfect. No problem. Karan, don't look into the book.
Law of DMU.
Yes. Yes, Nitish. Good that you are responding. Four major reasons I told you. See, law of DMU, income effect, substitution effect. These are not exceptions, Mudit. The exceptions are Veblen effect, Giffen effect, speculative effect, situations of scarcity and inflation, and price dilution. But these are all income and effect and substitution effect is why does the demand curve slope downwards? And principle of different uses. I remember teaching you this with an example of electricity.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yes. Household
and industrial purpose. Yes, very good. So this is, my dear students, why does a demand curve slope downwards? Don't bring all effects under exception. That is why I asked this question. I thought Mudit was feeling that along with Giffen and Veblen, these two are also exceptions. They are not. They are concepts but not exceptions. Okay. But you began well. You and Nitish both said law of DMU. So why does the demand curve slope downwards? Right. Okay. Now look at this. Exceptions to the law of demand. Exceptions. What are the exceptions we have to recollect? Veblen effect, Giffen effect,
Speculation.
speculative effect,
So,
scarcity, inflation, price dilution. Scarcity, inflation, and price dilution. Okay, be clear about it. See, expected questions here, these are. Okay. Now, what is that I have to do, my dear students? Please look at it. One standard, what are the standard questions here? Demand, correct and incorrect sentences you have to find out. People go wrong. Correct and incorrect definition. Okay, I will give you one example sentence. Determinants of demand and whether it is elasticity of demand, they are factors influencing our example based question. Read the example, they will give you pizza, Pizza Hut, stationery products. We have seen no the class. So sugar, coffee, all those things, right? And when you come to elasticity, what we saw, GFC, graph, formula, case. Graph, formula, context. Graph, that is how your revision should be. Okay, we will be doing that very soon. Now, of course, why does the demand curve slope downwards and exceptions I told you. And when it comes to elasticity, measurement. Please remember arc method and percentage method only for sums. Point method is not a sum question, it's a graph question. Yeah, hinted. What is a sum question? What is a graph question? What is a concept based question I have given here? Are you clear? So here, when it comes to measurement of elasticity of demand, what is happening? Anyways, it is up to you. Enough is enough. This Nitish and all is fine here, much better. Okay. So do you understand, my dear students, the purpose of this? And MCQs on measurement is given in the material itself. What I've given you as, certain points, hints are there. You can take it from there. Now, please note this. A mandatory question. Different types of price elasticity of demand you are going to study for the examination. Okay, I will ask you that separately. Now, do this true or false. Okay, no, I will give you now. On demand, I will give you an exercise. Please do that classroom exercise. Okay. Try answering the question. Hello, you two people, what are you doing? Why you are not focused on the question? Bandwagon. Okay, true or false?
Bad.
Is what happened? Can I understand why he is smiling? You or the friend, please tell me. What are you thinking, Mudit? Can I help you? It is too easy for you. You see, that is where you are all. See where you are in the game. Around 10 questions I'm going to put up. I want you all to see how you have grasped demand analysis. Lesson 3. Okay.
3 minutes time to revise the chapter notes.
Why? By now you should have revised, isn't it? It's a revision. Can you think an answer? I'm only asking.
The thinking would be better. So if we can
You can
once
see.
revise for 3 minutes, we can
For every chapter, how can we give 3 minutes? Isn't it? But I'm sure that once you think, even whether revision or not, okay, I'll agree to that. I'll put the 10 questions. Okay, then you can answer. But be sure that this and all should be there in your memory. On seeing the question, oh, I have to look at the notes means what? I'm not in touch with it for some time, isn't it? Okay, I'll give you that time since you have asked. Okay, I'll put the 10 questions. After that, I'll give you time to, but less time, 3 minutes only what you asked.
Income of a person.
Of a person, sorry. Income of a person. What happened, ma? Want to say something? Somebody wanted to say something. No, no. Okay, try these template questions. Template questions are very important. Should I scroll up? Now you go through the material for 3 minutes. Okay, why am I doing this? Go through the material for 3 minutes. So give the okay, no, I won't show this. You do the revision 3 minutes. Now it is 9:53. 9:56 you have to stop. Do a proper revision. See, what I am giving you is very, very fundamental. What like miss not, no? Something we can call it as miss not. Yes, can I show the questions? Yes, now close your material, please. Yeah. No, yes, Mudit, that's enough. I gave you ample time. Do some justice, okay, to the words you gave. Take out your revision notebook, answer these questions quickly. Yeah.
Numbering one. No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Uh,
After 2, you will find 4.
That's okay.
just right click.
That's okay. Answer is important. Concentrate on that. Know what is important in the revision class, okay? Do that. Do your answer. I'm worried whether you will be able to answer even after revision. Completed, huh?
Oh, right.
Ah.
Can you scroll up?
Okay, time up. Lots of time I'm giving for preparation, for doing the exercise. Exchange your notebooks. The last one is a graph-based question without giving the graph. So when you prepare, that's why we drew graphs in the class, because it should get registered in my mind. Now you have to visualize, okay, in income demand, what is the graph for inferior goods? You have to think that and you have to answer the question. Okay. See how much of time it's consuming. No? That's very important. And then this segment, not only micro, you will have macro and environment. I told you, 70%. So unless you finish a micro quickly, you have to have a sizable time for macro and environment. Okay, completed. Exchange your notebooks. Let's write the answers now. Give the name of the economist who gave two components of demand. Yes, Richard G. Lipsey. He only said demand desired, actually bought. Yeah, purchasing power. Richard G. Lipsey. Okay, very good. When a consumer buys a product, just because his neighbor got it, it is called as bandwagon effect. What is bandwagon effect then? You wrote true? Now, the answer is false, because what we are showing here is demonstration effect. What is bandwagon effect? No, I'll tell you. See, demonstration effect is my neighbor got, I got it. Now, bandwagon, I told you small difference is that. That is, the rate of users in the market is going up. You're noticing everybody is buying this version of a smartphone. Everybody is buying this kind of soap. Everybody is buying this kind of cream you have in your mind. So because the rate of users go up, you would start demanding. I think in the class I gave you the example of Sensodyne toothpaste. Yes. If you can recollect, isn't it? Everybody was using like Colgate established or Pepsodent. But in the Sensodyne, they said clinical assurance is there. Rapid relief is, I gave you with the example of a rapid relief version of this Sensodyne. Everybody shifted. Because looking at the rate of users in the market, many people shifted. So there is a difference here. The answer is demonstration effect. What my neighbor does, I do. Okay, it's not my demand. Right. The concept given by Veblen, repeated question you remember. Yeah. Conspicuous consumption. Please note this. Conspicuous, doctrine of conspicuous consumption. What is it? It means that it is a product of status symbol. If I don't have this product, people will be surprised. Conspicuous means something which is absent and therefore visible to me. Oh, this villa is not having a bronze statue. This villa is not having this expensive flower vase. People start thinking. So you are associated with the status, income status. Okay. Now I ask you here additional question. What are the other names for snob goods? The list of names were given, because any name they will use in the exam. That's why I'm asking. Veblen goods. You remember this? Articles of ostentation. Look at your papers. Repeatedly this term will be there. Article of ostentation. What is that? Superfluous goods. Okay. Articles of prestige value, status symbol. Note here all this. Don't, because of not understanding the question, don't leave it. Okay. Okay, now next one. Let me see whether you have done it correctly. When prices go up, demand for goods go up in Giffen's paradox. So the good is luxury type. True or false? False. Karan, what you wrote? Why? So what is the type of good?
The day-to-day use of goods, the potato.
Yeah, example of Ireland you're giving. Okay, fine. What is that good called as? What is the category it comes under? What is the category it comes under? Specifically, I told you that in Giffen's paradox is a specific category. You have given an empirical example, fine. But what is the category of the goods to mention here? Yeah. They are staples which have don't have substitutes. I cannot substitute my rice and meat for any other product. That is why when the price goes up, demand goes up. He says whatever is a staple. So the example you gave is in Ireland, potato was a staple good. So I will do anything to have my main staple because it doesn't have a substitute. So as the price goes, quantity will go up because what will happen in Ireland's example you saw, no? Superior good was meat. From there we had to shift money to the purchase of potatoes. Like as we do, no? For dessert you are spending some amount. You fruits, you take that and give it to rice and meat. Okay? Remember that. So the answer is false because it is not a luxury good, it is a staple item. Okay, in a share market, as the share prices go up, demand for shares come down. True or false?
False.
False. Why?
Price demand increase.
Price increases,
The demand for the share goes.
goes up. Why? That's what I'm. That's a statement given here. I'm asking why.
Price and quantity demanded
Are
Same.
related.
directly or indirectly?
Directly.
Price and quantity demanded. That is law of demand. Is that the law of demand?
No.
What does law of demand tell you? What does, okay, you leave this question. What does law of demand tell?
Price and quantity.
Are? Oh my God.
Related to
According, look at my question, then we will go to this. This is an empirical example based question. I told you, some questions will be example based, so I gave this. According to the law of demand, price and quantity demanded are
related.
how? Directly or indirectly, I'm asking. Directly related. Sure, 100%? Yes, Karan? You understood the question I asked her? As per the law of demand, price and quantity demanded are directly or indirectly related.
Indirect.
So long you said directly. As the prices goes up, quantity demanded comes down. This is law of demand. Here we are discussing exception to the law of demand. Can you even notice that? This is not law of demand, it's an exception. Demand and price are not inversely related as per the law. And this exception, the reason is when the prices go up,
The demand for the
share should go up or come down?
Go.
Go up, isn't it? Here it is coming down. What are we writing here? Coming down. So this is false because we are giving this as an example of speculative effect. Exception to the law of demand, speculative effect. So as the prices go up, demand also go up in the fear of further rise in price. Today I'll buy. Tomorrow it will be too high. I will buy now. Whether it is rise or fall, direct relationship because speculative effect is an example of exception to the law of demand. Are you clear? This much you have to know in this question. Okay. Now go to the next one. When the price of a good is assumed to reflect its quality, it is a case of
price dilution.
price dilution. Higher price means good quality. It's a delusion. It need not be so. So the answer is price delusion. Who gave this explanation? You remember we did with the book of photographs during World War. He floated. One economist name we gave you. We gave you.
Album.
Yes. This is album. Correct. Book of photographs. Name of the economist. Can you try for price delusion? Like conspicuous consumption, it's Veblen. Yeah. Who?
Oh.
Name of the expert or the economist. Professor Benham. Sir Robert Giffen did Giffen effect. Thorsten Veblen on Veblen goods. And Professor Benham on price dilution. You remember we said no, when you're talking about exception to the law of demand, which is universal, empirical evidence or name of the expert should be given. You remember empirical evidence, we have seen inflation, scarcity, share market and all. Giffen, Veblen and Benham, they have given the proof that they are the ones who said it is not universal. Right? Okay. When the income of a person comes down and this affects his demand for a good, it is known as income demand. What are you going to say? True or false? Okay. Yes. True. Both of you? Karan? Mudit has given his answer.
Control.
Okay. It's known as income demand. Now change this as this. It is known as income effect. Instead of demand, the word effect only, because they will confuse you with the term substitution effect, income effect, Veblen effect, speculative effect, Giffen effect. All these are effects. So when they give you effect, you should be able to answer. Okay. Tell me. I made it into income effect. That is a better way of testing you clearly. Okay. You want to give? Okay, you say true. Karan, you also, what is your answer? You understood the statement? When the income of a person, now in the examination, please note they need not give like that, Ram whose income came down, something like that also. Okay, so when income of a person comes down and this affects his demand for the good, it is known as income effect. What does income effect says? Income effects talks about the changes in the price upon the income available in the hands of consumer and his demand. I gave you the example of a boy going to a stationery shop with a 10 rupee note. When he went to the shop for the first time, the shopkeeper took 10 rupee note and gave him one pen, which means the price of the pen is 10 rupees. After a few days, he goes and he hands over the 10 rupee note. The shopkeeper asks, do you want one more pen or a balance? He says, yeah, you give me pen. The shopkeeper gives him 2 pens. Now the income is unchanged. What is there in the hands of the consumer is 10 rupee note. Yesterday it was 10 rupee and the next time he went only 10 rupee. But what is the number of pens he is getting today? 2, which means what? Change in the price. So income effect studies about the changes in the price of the commodity. It is not money income. Income effect, please note this point. Income effect does not study about money income. Get that clarified. Does not study about. Are you sure this is breeze or is it cat?
Okay. Both side only.
Pardon?
Both side it's only. This side also.
Suddenly it's like money income. It's not windy, no. That is why I'm saying here. Yes, Karan. See, light wind and light noise. Because
Both is that.
you will find out. In another 5 days time we will somehow come to know what is this. Okay, so my dear students, and this is known as real income effect. When you're not discussing about money, when you're discussing about the influence of price, it is not money income effect. It is real income effect. If at all they give you real income effect, yes. That which studies about price changes. This example is studying about price changes, not income. Remember that when the price of a commodity changes, what all problems, no? And no, not a problem, distractions for you both. I'm seeing, especially Karan. Karan, these are distracting you from what I'm trying to say for the exam. Is that very important? Okay, okay, now go into this. Ninth one. And there is no change in the price, but still demand is declining. It is known as.
Decrease.
Why you say decrease? Tell me.
Because when there is no change in price, so if when there is change in price,
There is no change in price is what I've started. Now continue. Explain.
so when there is no change in price, so when the demand is declined, it is known as decrease. No?
No, what causes the decline then? There is no change in price. Why should demand decline? What caused the decline? That is the main point. You have to tell me. Karan, you can also help him out.
The other factors.
Factors other than price. Price is a passive factor here. You remember that. Change in demand. Price is a passive factor. Factors other than price influence. What happens to change in quantity demanded? Price is the active factor. Other factors are constant. Other things remaining same. It is based on ceteris paribus assumption. All this you have to remember. Change in demand and quantity demanded.
That is contract.
Yeah. So that is contraction. Yeah. Okay. This is because of factors other than price. Like income of the consumer, availability of substitutes, wealth of the consumer, whatever it is. Factors other than price. Price is a passive factor here. Okay. I will draw a diagram and also make you find out this. Okay. In case of inferior goods, demand curve is, and the context is income demand. I clearly give. Is sloping downwards. Are you sure? 100%? And one more question to it. Here I can give, for inferior goods, here I can give the example of staples. Because given goods are also known as inferior goods and they are staples. Remember, the term given goods implies inferior goods. Note down that point in your mind or in your notebook. Given goods are also known as inferior goods. And by inferior goods, what are we meaning? A regular one, not inferior by quality. It is my everyday meal. It's my daily routine. Rice or wheat are my main course. Therefore, I call them as inferior. Not that they are importance wise less. No, they are my priorities. They are staples that do not have substitutes. But why you call it as inferior? It is not a payasam. It is not an ice cream. It's not a dessert. It is not a non-veg delicacy. No. Right? It is a main course. It's your food.
Downwards.
Okay, this is downwards. Now, here I'll ask. Another question I have asked. So, in income demand, inferior goods again implies staples. Yes or no? Add this question and answer me. The same question. Inferior goods here also implies staples. Yes or no? In that income demand also, inferior goods implies staples. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Sure?
And the daily consumable day-to-day household products are
Inferior goods.
considered inferior goods.
Now I will write this point. Important for the exam. Please note it, all of you, even the online students. I think you're following the discussions we are doing in the class. So, please look at this point. Please look at this point. Mudit, Giffen's inferior goods and income demand inferior goods are not the same, because under income demand inferior goods, we have a category superior goods. Now, inferior goods are based on sort, quality, first quality, second quality, third quality, first grade, second grade, third grade, first sort, second sort, third sort. I have told you that. It is not about staples which are what you said, no, everyday or daily household. That is Giffen's explanation of inferior goods when he talked about direct relationship between price and quantity demanded. Please remember, expected question, a twisted question in the examination. So in both the cases, we will use the term inferior goods, but they are not the same. What Giffen used is literally different, yeah, staples. But in income demand, we bring
Great.
quality. So when you said no downward sloping demand curve, it's true. So when my income was say OY, my quantity demanded was say OX. Okay. When my income rose to, what will happen?
The demand for less quality food will come down.
When my income was OY, quantity demanded was OX. When my income was OY1, quantity demanded will be OX1 only. Why should I would have switched over? Now my income going up, I will go to superior commodity. That is where you have to know by the term normal or superior and inferior. It is based on quality. Quality based classification. I was giving, you go to a store, you ask a rice merchant, I want rice. He will ask first sort, second sort, or third sort. Quality.
Quality wise.
That is different from Giffen's. Are you clear? That is why I tested you on that. So have you understood these intricate questions? So before we move on to elasticity of demand, I just want you all to tell me whether you are clear with this kind of questions, the exercise we saw. From various segments I've taken. If you look, starting from the definition segment, factors are determining and exceptions, demand curve, as such, quantity and change in quantity demanded, etc. Okay, all this.
This is one. The second question.
This one.
Okay. Bandwagon effect alone. Can you just say what was the explanation for that?
Bandwagon effect is when the consumer is influenced to buy a new commodity or a new brand or whatever it is, not because he needs, but because he finds that the percentage of users in the market has gone up. He finds many people are buying that, so I should buy it. He doesn't realize whether he needs it or not. Under demonstration effect, my neighbor buys, I buy. My classmate has, I have. My friend is having, I have. My cousin is having, I'm having. That is. But this bandwagon is little more analytical. Why is the market running behind? See, if you find everybody going behind electric vehicles, why so many electric vehicles on the road? Or a particular company's electric vehicles, or a particular mode of transport, don't we look at it? Hey, everybody is going for this car. Is there some benefit out of it? That's what I gave you with a simple toothpaste example, where it was a sensational news. How is that from Colgate people are switching over to Sensodyne? So the rate of users in the market is gone. Let me try, everybody started. So there is a very subtle difference between bandwagon and demonstration effect. Though in some books they give you as a bar, but both of them tell the consumer doesn't buy the commodity or demand the commodity of his need, but of some influence, right? In case of bandwagon, it is the rate of users in the market going up. He sees the data. But in case of demonstration effect, he finds his own neighbors, friends, relatives having it. Are you clear? What about the other questions? Are you comfortable with all questions? Yes,
Yes.
all? Okay. Now, okay. Yeah. Okay. Now I will ask you one broad diagram and you answer. It's a graph-based question you're going to answer. Okay. A, B, C, D. Now, this demand curve, you choose the correct option. What do you feel? This demand curve reflects a movement, a shift, an expansion, both B and C. Okay, movement is your choice. Karan?
Expansion.
Expansion. Movement is broader, expansion is more specific. Are you clear? Movement is just, I say, more than that clear answer is there, no? Do you follow? If they give you shift, increase and decrease, shift, increase, decrease is there. Among increase and decrease you have to choose, whatever is the graph. Shift is broader. Supposing if this was not there, instead it was say increase. I can't choose this, increase. So I will choose this.
This is movement.
Under that, movement is a broader term. Don't you understand? It's broader. What is more concrete answer? Closer to the answer. Choose the most appropriate option. Yeah.
So if by chance they're showing increase, decrease both, then can we choose movement?
I didn't understand.
No, like if they show like the proper graph type where they are showing both movement, like the expansion and contraction.
How will they show here?
No, like
How will they show both? How can they question you like that? Why
the
should they
graph,
show?
how they present it, like where they show both expansion.
Okay.
Like,
Do you follow why the answer here is expansion and not
If
movement?
they show it in this way,
Okay.
then can we choose it as like movement?
What are the options? What are the options you're giving?
Movement are the same options.
Movement, shift, expansion, B and C.
Yeah.
No, I am thoroughly confused by what you're asking.
वो option आएगा ही नहीं movement का.
What are the options you are saying for your diagram?
This is like change in quantity demand diagram, ma'am, for the change in
Quantity demand.
where where we present both contraction and expansions.
Okay.
So in that case, can we choose like that? This
Where
is
is the arrow mark given? Are they showing both arrow marks?
Yeah.
Are they showing like this?
Yes, that is how they show like the contraction.
You learned that, but in the exam there will be only one signal, no? How will they show? If they show, what is it you're asking?
Expansion.
Expansion will not come, no, in your answer at all. I mean,
No, I'm saying for this. This is like expansion, like what?
So this is broad. This is narrow. Now I am telling you one thing. Supposing here it was increase. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. This is not the answer. Yeah. So in your case, if you say expansion, contraction, B and C is there both way, no? B and C. Expansion and contraction, you are saying, no? That will come.
I thought of like the general that I.
That is what when we say choose a most appropriate, it doesn't mean the other options are wrong. What is to the point, what is the nearest, that will be the answer. Got it? Yes or no? Now we are going to, yes, elasticity of demand. Okay. Now we will be starting with problems. First I'll give you two problems. You can work out and then we go into exercise. Okay. What is this lesson number? Lesson 4. Put the heading as lesson 4. We will start with problems. I'll give you two sums first. Okay. Let's take down the sums. Okay, two sums, and then we can go for some recollection. Okay. Okay. If the price of a gel pen, if the price of a gel pen increases from rupees 40 to rupees 50. Okay, this is a rise. Okay, and in response to this, quantity demanded okay, quantity demanded decreases. Okay, I give you the term decreases from 25 units to 20 units. Okay, units. Calculate. Now they may use some mathematical terms. Don't be worried. It is formula based question only. Calculate coefficient of price elasticity. EP. Okay. Don't be worried by all this. Question number 1. Sum number 1. Okay. Another sum also I will give, so that after that we can start our theory part comfortably. Okay. Sum 2. Sum number 2. Okay, second sum. The price of 1 kg of butter is rupees 60. At this price, 10 kgs of butter, 10 kgs of butter is demanded. 10 kgs of butter is demanded. Be very careful. Read the sentence. That's why I want to start with this most alert segment. If the price of margarine, you know that margarine is a substitute for butter. I think a list of substitutes in the class I gave you, isn't it?
Butter and margarine.
Butter and margarine. It's also some greasy kind of a substance, like oil and palm, edible oil, palm oil, like that. No, vanaspati and this something. Margarine. Okay. People who don't know margarine, I think I can give like this vanaspati. So vanaspati you all know.
Yes, sir.
It's also a dalda. Means like butter. These are all substitutes for butter. Okay. If the price of this margarine rises from 50 to 70, rises from, look at this, 50 rupees to 70 rupees, from 50 to 70 per kg, okay, per kg, the quantity demanded of butter rises from 10 to 16 kgs. Calculate cross price elasticity. Do these two sums. If the price of gel pen increases from 40 to 50 and in response to this quantity demanded decreases from 25 to 20 units, calculate coefficient of EP. Sum number 2, the price of 1 kg of butter is 60. At this price, 10 kgs of butter is demanded. If the price of margarine rises from 50 to 70 per kg, the quantity demanded of butter rises from 10 to 16 kgs. Calculate cross price elasticity. Okay. Give me the answer for the first one.
First one, 5 by 4, 1.25.
First one is 1.25. Okay, how did you get it?
10 divided by 40.
Do the working. So look at the working. So rough working. What you did? So it is delta Q by Q divided by,
delta P.
yeah. So delta Q by Q divided by delta P by P. Very good. Current did not use formula at all.
Oh, yeah.
Why you did like this? Okay. Delta Q by Q into P by
P.
delta P.
Delta P.
So did you also do like this? Delta Q by delta P. Did you go into that also? Into P by Q, or you left here? Here itself. Okay. Now what are the variables you got for it? For delta Q you got?
10.
10 by 40.
For delta Q you got 10 by 40. Where is it?
For
What
delta
is it?
Q, it is 10.
No, delta Q quantity demanded decreases from 25 to 20.
5 by
So 5.
By
5 is your delta Q. Okay. by quantity. What is the quantity? From, so 25, original Q. Okay, very good. Into, what was the price given? What's the price given? Original price? 40, isn't it? So, 40 by 10. This is the calculation, you got it?
I by mistake interchange the price and quantity.
You did this formula, you're saying. Even then you'll get correct, don't worry. What you're saying, you did this, sir. That's okay. See, that means what you would have done. No, I'll tell you. So 5 by 10, this is what you're saying. No, you did like this.
5 by 25.
This one here. Delta Q by delta Q. This formula you used to know.
I
What you
did
did?
it like 10 by 40
Ah.
into 25 by 5.
Oh, then how it is? See, look at this formula, no? 5. The difference is what? 20 and 25, no? 5. Original Q.
Okay.
Price, original price 40. 40 and 50, 10. Did you do like this?
The answer will be like 4
See.
by 5.
We will see. Now look at this. Answer is this. 5 ones are 5. 5 fives are 25.
Oh.
So 4 by 5.
No, I got 5
Oh.
because I interchanged.
So what is the answer?
0.8.
Very good. I think it should be Nitin 0.8. But Nitin, your answer is not complete without the sign. Sign is minus. Yes, Karan, you told me 1.25. Where you did mistake. He told where is the mistake.
5 by 4.
See, that is where formula helps you. Are you clear? Yes? Hmm? Okay. Go to the second sum. Okay. Now second sum is what? And do you remember? Yes, Mudit, you are writing down something here. No, you got it, isn't it? Now, the problem number 2. We are going into that. Okay. What is the answer you all got? Okay. Put the formulas. Now we have to write the formulas. Okay. So now here in cross elasticity only I told you that clue. First of all, fix what will be your X commodity, what is Y commodity, because for X you have to take quantity, for Y you have to take price, isn't it? You remember? You remember cross elasticity of demand formula? So EC is equal to, right, delta Q by Q divided by delta P by P. But what did we do in the class? We had a subscript in separate color. So this is only for X. For quantity, it is X commodity. For price, it is Y commodity. So what is our first exercise, even before writing the formula, is to identify from the given example whether they are, which commodity should be numerator, which is denominator. So a numerator should have 2 quantities. A denominator commodity should have 2 prices. Did you do that logic first? Did you think of all this? Or blindly you did it? Tell me. Didn't do all this, isn't it? See, for why I gave this cross, income elasticity is same only, delta Q by Q divided by delta Y by Y. But in case of cross elasticity, the problem is identifying the numerator commodity, identifying the denominator commodity. In the class itself, I told you, when cross elasticity sum is there, first read it. They will give you misleading sentences. And I am carried away by sentence and I will write wrong commodity as a numerator and wrong commodity as denominator. My answer goes wrong. In the option, that wrong answer will also be there. So you are very confident. You want to do this problem again after this, or we can work it out? What is your idea? After having me told you this, did you do that? Did you think of that? Which should be X commodity, which should be Y commodity? Commodity should have 2 quantities if it is numerator. A commodity should have 2 prices if it is denominator. Okay. Now you tell me what you chose as X and Y. So 2 quantities I have to have. Okay. Quantity demanded of butter rises from 10 to 16 kgs. So this will be my numerator commodity. And if the price of margarine rises from 50 to 60, this will be my denominator. Isn't it? So numerator is butter, denominator is margarine. Okay. So now we can fix the, okay. Okay. Put the commodity. What is delta QX now? Delta QX is 6.
6 by 10.
By 10. Very good. Divided by, what is delta P?
20 by
20,
20 by
50.
50. So now I do 6 by 10 into even 50 by 20, isn't it? So you can do this 1 and 5, and you can 1 and 4 and 3 by 2. So the answer is
1.5.
1.5. Now is it plus or minus? That is my question to you. Very important input for the examination. Let it be problems, let it be even a theory question. Okay. What is the sign you have to give for this case? Particular case we have given. Butter and margarine. Yes, plus. Which means plus is for substitutes, minus is for complements, and in price elasticity always minus. Why? It is about the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Are you clear about it? Yes or no? Please tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Is it fine? Okay, now that we are okay. Okay, now you handle these types of questions. I'm going to give you. Okay, take up a few questions now. You are going to do these questions, okay? It is like a true or false exercise. Marshall gave all three types of elasticity of demand. Medicines have elastic demand. Income in rupees and quantity demanded in units. The above is unitary elasticity. So it is true or false exercise. Remember, arc method is known as geometric method. Point method is to use to measure small changes. In case of substitutes, elasticity is negative. The negative sign in price elasticity has an economic rationale rather than mathematical rationale or significance. Try these questions, please.
Okay. Okay.
Finished, huh? All.
Yes.
Yes, Mudit. She is doing, I think.
Okay.
Finished. Okay. This is one. Okay. Shall we release the answer key? Exchange your notebooks.
Oh, yes, same one, I remember.
Okay. First one. What do you feel is the answer? Marshall gave all the three types of elasticity of demand. Very good. False. Because he gave
First.
first one.
First.
Yes. He gave only price elasticity.
Yeah.
Later on, modern economies expanded that to other factors. Okay. Medicines have elastic demand.
False.
False or true?
I have true. False.
It cannot have an elastic demand because elasticity is what? Degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to changes in price. Current, supposing if the price of the pills are very high, will you refrain from buying it? You have to. Further go. That is why it is. Okay. Third one. Expected question. We have seen different types of income elasticity of demand. Now you say what type. Now the above is unitary elasticity. Correct? True?
False.
You feel false? Do you feel false? What happened when I asked you, you're bending your head down? What does it mean?
False.
Why you say false? What makes you tell? Huh?
Demand is equal to supply.
Where is supply coming
I
here?
mean,
From where to where he is traveling here? Like a rainbow from one part of the globe to another. Tell what you wanted to say, something you wanted to say. What is that?
that elasticity here is equals to 1 1.
Okay.
So it will have equal change.
False.
Ah, this is false. Somebody is saying. Okay. Nitish. Okay. See. So, Mudit, here it will not be 10, it should be 20. Yes or no? If it is unitary.
Yes.
So, that is what we are trying to say. False. Because what we are showing is zero income elasticity of demand. Very good understanding. So, people who have done this correctly are wise people because intricate question they have answered. So, from 100 to 200, my increase in the quantity demanded should be 10 to 20 if it is unitary. Isn't it? But it's not there, no? It will be above, what to say, 20 if it is greater than 1. Yes or no?
Yes.
You understand that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here it is 10 means 0. It is not changing. And you remember I also told in the class, no, zero income elasticity does not mean that there will be 0 there. It is not responding. Quantity demanded does not respond to the changes in income. That's all. That is why it's 0. Okay. Arc method is known as geometric method. Repeated, all these are repeated questions. How many papers you see? Yeah, yes?
True.
I told in the class also, see, arc method will look like a geometric term and he will use point method is known as geometric method. Please remember, deliberately this question is asked. Batch after batch, you can look at any paper or the question in these slides have been taken in such a way that they have been repeatedly asked. Okay, be wise on that. Okay. Now, point method is used to measure small changes. True? Are you sure? Is it? It is used to measure small changes. For large changes you have? For large changes, what method you have?
False.
I have to then list out. Methods of measurement. Percentage method.
Percentage
Point arc. Total expenditure method. So here there is no cross method. Okay. Yes. In case of substitutes, elasticity is negative. True or false?
False.
Okay, yes. Negative sign in price elasticity as an economic rationale rather than a mathematical significance. True. Please remember that negative sign implies inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. Okay. Now, 3 more questions for your perusal. Okay. Okay, come to this. I'll give you 3. Now, like problems you saw, twisted questions you saw, concept-based question. Elasticity as a concept requires concept-based questions. Do you want a break or something? No? The only thing is you have to focus. That's what is the issue. Till 11:30 or 12?
Your wish.
Your wish. Depending upon the participants, teacher will deliver. Are you clear? You should only tell me. You should give me one answer. Always when you choose option, can you do 2? Think of it. Supposing you give 2, what will happen? That will become redundant. For which these are concept based, you have to think and answer analytical questions. I know the concept of elasticity of demand. I am going to answer it based on that concept based. Concept itself is not asked. What was now Marshall gave which type of elasticity? They are all concept. It is now analytical. You are using that concept. Okay. For which of the following products or product, the elasticity of demand, I'll give you the options. The elasticity of demand, I'm planning to give at least 3 questions here. Elasticity of demand is highly elastic. I'm going to, as an empirical part, I'm going to give you the name of the products itself. Okay. Salt. B. Life-saving medicines. Life-saving medicines. Okay. Option C. Water. Option D. Jewelry. First one. Second one is, if the proportionate change in price, if the proportionate change in price is greater than proportionate change in quantity demanded of a commodity, quantity demanded of a commodity. The price elasticity of demand will be the price elasticity of demand. The price elasticity of demand will be, okay, here too I'll give you 4 options. 0, inelastic, Elastic. Think and answer these analytical questions. Infinite. Study the question in detail and do it.
Three
Yes,
revision.
you want a revision, huh?
So revision. Just yes.
Okay.
Can do.
Yeah, do it. Supposing you can answer correctly means I'm happy only. But Karan says he doesn't require that time. It is there in his head, isn't it? Your memory chip is fully with economics. Very good, you are becoming. Yes, Mudit. Can you learn from your friend? See how he is. What is this happening? Why they are calling you now? You don't tell them, huh? It is getting over only at 12. Finished your revisions? Done? It's reading. Done. Okay, now having taken this beautiful time for revision, an excellent answer you are having. What is the answer for the first one? Karan and Mudit and the others were trying out the online. So all this you have to go through, remember all the factors of production and give. Factors determining, not factors of production, factors determining. Okay. Yeah. The first one answer is, tell me, I'll take it, I'll take mark it. Yeah, one of you, whoever it is. Hello, jewelry, you? Why you chose jewelry? What's the reason? Highly elastic means what? What is the meaning of highly elastic? What's the explanation for highly elastic? I'll ask it like that.
The price
Hmm.
is the demand is more than the change in price.
Elasticity simply means as the price changes, it will have influence on quantity demanded. Degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to price changes. That is the technical definition. So in case of salt, it cannot because it comes under essentials. Life-saving medicines, no. Water, no. Only for jewelry, if the price is high, I won't buy. Where will the demand respond? Only for this. Okay, understand the meaning. Okay. Second one. Okay, what is the answer? First one perfectly done. Correct. What is the second one?
Elastic.
Are you sure it's elastic?
Yeah.
It is inelastic. If the proportionate change in price is greater than quantity demand, what does it mean? Quantity demanded is not responding to the price changes. Indifferently they have twisted the sentence and given. What does it mean? Quantity demanded is not responding to the price changes. See why Nitin called it as elastic? No, because they are given in such a way. You are deluded to say that. But the analytical question means you have to think deeper. You ask time, no, why I gave is it's analytical question. When you think deeply only, you'll get the answer. So what is the meaning of it here? Here the quantity demanded is not responding to the price changes, which is inelastic. Are you clear? Okay, very good. Now, so we will move on to the next component. So under elasticity of demand, can you just tell me what are the components you are going to study? Please look at this part. Under elasticity, note this point. You have to study about the measurement, arc method and percentage for sums, point method for a graph based question, total expenditure method given by Alfred Marshall is a theory question, right? And MCQs on measurement, that is, Pisano point method is used for small changes or big changes. Who gave elasticity of demand, all types of elasticity of demand. All these are theory questions. Price elasticity will always have a negative sign. You remember that point? Okay. So even if the same answer comes with plus and minus, you have to choose minus if it is price elasticity of demand. Okay. Now to see whether you remember arc method, I'll give formula. I think I will not give you time to go through that formula because I want to see whether the formula is there in your memory. So take down this sum, please. Arc method. I'll tell you this. Write the formula for arc method. That's it. Because once you write the formula, you can insert numbers and do it. No? Write the formula for arc method. And when they say calculate price elasticity of demand, especially mentioning use arc method, use arc method. Otherwise, go by percentage method. No, don't be looking at the book. Already I gave you time to look at the book. Arc method. Done. Seriously? Completed our formula? Very good. Karan, you need time? And okay, our formula for calculating elasticity of demand. Okay, EP using arc method. I'll mention that. Using arc method. Come out with the formula, one of you. Yeah.
Original quantity minus new quantity.
Original quantity minus.
New quantity.
Very good.
Divided by
Ah,
original quantity plus new quantity.
very good, yeah. I'll
Divided by
divided by
original price minus new price divided by original price plus
New price.
new price.
Understood. Okay. Now, what are the methods of measurement are there? So finally, as a summary, methods of measurement of EP means what? Price elasticity of demand or of elasticity of demand. Percentage method is nothing but delta Q by Q divided by delta P by P. Okay. Second method, total outlay method. Total outlay method, you know what is that? We are not going to give quantity demanded. In the place you will have total expenditure. You remember the 4 columns we did? Marshall's example columns, you remember? 4 columns we had, submarkets and all those things. Then you had the price, quantity demanded, expenditure that would be incurred for purchasing that. Based on that you had elasticity, isn't it? So total outlay method, Marshall's table. And you remember that curve which was like this, no? You remember TE curve. You remember that? Sorry, excuse me. What happened? Okay. The third one is point method. And arc method is what you wrote. Now in point method, I asked you one question. You see whether it is, and I told you that it's not a calculation which they are asking. They are asking like this only. Basically, when you see like this, they will ask, this will be the midpoint. This will be ED is equal to, here it is 1. And here it will be ED or EP, whatever it is. Here it is 0. Here it will be less than 1. Here it will be greater than 1. And here it will be infinity. And each of this, they will give you a letter like A, add B, like that they'll give you. Now I ask you one thing. I will put the formula for point method, elasticity at point E. Okay. And you see and tell me whether the formula is correct. Okay. Elasticity at point, say, C. Okay. I'm just going to write it as and you write what is the meaning of this and this, and is it true? First question is this true? If not, you have to write what is the correct one. If you feel it is true, what will come in the place of CA, what will come in the place of CE? Give the formula. Measuring elasticity at a point. The point we have chosen is C for our example and exercise. Got the answer? I think you're whispering the answer to my knowledge.
False.
False. So what do you say as true then?
I'm true, ma'am.
True. How true? Your friend here is asking how true. It is true. My dear boys, it is true. And the formula is for elasticity at point. Yeah. Tell me. Yeah, you're trying to tell something.
Lower segment capacity.
Yes. Lower segment by upper segment. This is one kind of question they can ask you. Lower segment by upper segment. Okay. So now this is the lower segment of point C. And anything above that is a upper segment. Do you see? So it is true. So this is lower segment by upper segment. CA by CE. Remember the formula, revise the formula apart from this. Okay. So point method, total expenditure method are kind of theoretical kind of questions. Arc method and percentage method be clear. Yes. Are you clear? Factors determining like medicine, like jewelry, salt example. Study the factors determining with examples given. That's the best way of doing it. Are you clear? Okay. So all this you remember, and now we are entering into our favorite and most beautiful topic, which is supply. Please look at it.
Supply. Which chapter?
Yeah. Next chapter. It is lesson number what?
6.
Is it? So we did part 1 to 5, which is lesson 1, DMU lesson 2, demand lesson 3, elasticity lesson 5. Lesson 5. My dear students,
Indifference analysis.
we will do later indifference.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Now come to this part. Please understand meaning of the term supply itself is a big, what to say, controversial term, because economic parlance is little different from the common man's easy usage. Supply cannot be used in that way in economic parlance, so they will test you on that component. And determinants both of law of supply and supply the same. Factors influencing supply. Generally people study factors influencing demand, but not factors influencing supply. Like for example, price of the good in question, price of related goods, advancement of technology. You remember all this? Government subsidy, government taxes, future price expectations. Okay, objectives of the enterprise, whether it is profit maximization or sales maximization. Please revise determinants of supply little harder than determinants of demand. And you remember I told you, as a consumer, for all of us, demand perspective is easy. But as a supplier, which means it's an entrepreneur producer, we may or may not know the answer. Are you clear in this part? Okay. And here also, this topic has exceptions to the law. You have to understand that clearly. And we move on to the elasticity formulas. And two formulas only, percentage and method are only asked. Determinants of elasticity of supply. Okay, that's the last segment. Now, let us begin this with an exercise which I will give you. Okay, so you may do that exercise very clearly now. Exercise on supply. Okay, take down. Covering the chapter, I have selected few questions. Okay.
Yeah.
In economics, supply refers to the inventory sold. Inventory sold. So you have to take down the questions because you have to reflect an answer. Okay, true or false? Right. Supply is basically a stock concept. Okay, true or false? Right. Thank you. Third, supply includes goods necessarily sold. All of them are true or false. Okay, whatever I give you as an exercise. Okay, then question number 4. When the producer expects a future fall in price of good X, supply will increase. True or false? Okay. Supply and cost of production. Supply is directly related. Supply is directly related to cost of production. True or false? Technology is not a determinant of supply. Technology is not a determinant of supply. As in most economic doctrines, or as in most economic doctrines and laws, here too technology is assumed to be constant. True or false? Quantity supplied decreases. Quantity supplied decreases when population falls. True or false? Okay. Always when the wages increase, supply, that is labor supply, increases. True or false? Okay. Choose the correct option. In which of the given cases supply law of supply is violated? Option A, price expectation of the seller. Price expectation of a seller. Monopoly. Rare goods. All of the above. And the final question on supply is 10th question. Yes to denotes decrease in supply. True or false? Answer all these 10 questions, completely covering the supply topic. From every nook and corner, we have sourced it. Done, completed all. Current. Done, you have done. Finished. Okay. Exchange. You have finished, you can exchange. Otherwise, I give you a little time. Oh no, you should not change after discussing. What was your original answer is what I need. Yes, has he given the book? Exchanged. Okay. Okay. In economics, supply refers to inventory. So,
True. False.
two different answers. Why false?
Does not produce media for
See how conceptually you have to study. Do you see? Very first question is like a divide.
The whole content.
Okay. The answer is false. In economics, remember, supply refers to offer for sale. I stop there. That's all. I don't talk about the other part. So how do we define? So we say no, the willingness and the ability or to supply of the producer. Just as demand is willingness and the ability of the consumer to buy, in supply it is willingness and ability of the producer to supply. Sell, no.
Supply.
Supply. Offer for sale. Remember the term offer. Okay. Supply is basically a stock concept. False. Yes, Mudit?
False.
False.
Flow.
It is flow. Why? You know why it is flow? Because a supply schedule, remember your supply schedule. A supply schedule or demand schedule will show not one isolated supply or demand, it will show a series, isn't it? So as the price increases from 10, 20, 30, 40, what does my supply schedule say? 50, 100, 150, 200 units of commodity are offered for sale. So it is not one isolated supply we are talking about, it is a flow. Can you understand that? Okay. Now supply includes goods necessarily. You can include goods which are necessarily sold. What do you say? We can include goods which are sold also, necessarily sold. Yes, Mudit, you have not come with a reply?
False.
False. Okay, Nitin is strongly saying false. Karan is strongly saying true.
False.
It is false. They will try to mesmerize you all through these terms. It is only offer for sale, nothing more. But they will use these terms to give bit confuse you. When the producer expects a future fall in the price of good X,
False.
supply will increase.
False.
Is it false? Why?
Because he does not have any incentive for the future. Like with the goods.
When the producer expects a future fall in the price of the goods, this implies current. They will not give you current. In the class itself, I am telling. Supply will
Increase.
Decrease.
increase or decrease. He is expecting future
Fall.
fall. Now he will sell more.
Answer is true.
You understand the logic I am asking. What I am asking, you see, how this statement has to be thought deeply now. They won't give you the term current supply. But the question is on current supply. Are you getting my point where one may get stuck up? When the producer expects a future fall in the price of the commodity, why is he going to reserve the commodity for future? Today he will sell it off. Today the supply will go up. So it is current supply. Question on current supply. Can you follow this a little bit? Supposing when the producer expects a future rise in the price.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Board is not visible here.
Board is not visible. I'm sorry. Why? What happened now? I will stop the camera and again I will start. Okay. It's not working. Wait, I will say once and again. Alt 4. Different methods I found out actually to work in this. Yes, Nitish, how about now, please? We have done another thing. We have saved the file and opened it again for you.
Yes, ma'am. It's now okay.
Yeah, that will happen. I can understand that. So, now please, Mudit, I think you're a little confused regarding this. Can you be, Karan is clear? So, Karan, can you give us a solid explanation so that Mudit is clear regarding question 4? Will you be able to offer an explanation? No. But you gave the correct answer. Huh? I don't know what you all gave. But when the producer expects a future rise in the price of future rise, what will the current supply be? He will withhold the stock. He will not give because future he has to give. So that time supply will decrease. Mudit?
In demand it will decrease.
This is
I mean,
rephrase the question. We have demand.
when the producer expects a future fall in price of good X, the demand will
Be increase.
demand will decrease.
Why here? Are you talking about demand analysis? Why is the producer you are bringing under demand analysis?
I mean,
That
the
is consumer
the
perspective.
consumer
When the consumer
expects a future fall in rise of good X, the demand will decrease.
he expects a future fall,
Fall.
demand will decrease.
Decrease.
So when it comes to
Supply.
Ah.
Yes.
Why to complicate it here? Think from producer's angle itself. No, why are you traveling to consumer and coming and
I thought
traveling?
when if it is gonna fall and the prices are gonna fall in future, so basically he will stop reducing it, so that because he won't have any incentive.
Supply is already there. We have given. Whether it will increase or decrease is a question. Do you see how we are going out of the frame also? Supply is there. Will it increase or decrease? That's a question. It's not that he is not going to supply at all. Supply is there. What will he do it? He finds that in future there is a fall. Better, what I was trying to say is, this current word is a disguise. They won't give you, but understand it is current. Are you clear now? Yes? Okay. Supply is directly related to cost of production.
False.
False. Why? They are inversely related. Inversely or negatively related. Okay. Technology is not a determinant of supply. As in most economic doctrines and laws, here too technology is assumed. You have seen no laws of production, no state of technology is constant. We give that, no? So like that, here too it is not a determinant. It is assumed to be constant. In many economic laws we keep, don't take technology into consideration. Now here, what is the answer? Are you sure 100%? Why? Why?
No, because technology is a factor.
Technology is a main factor influencing supply. Remember that. No need to hesitate, because without technology, how will I produce? At least for a consumer, if I ask, it's a remote one. And here also, please, why they will try to influence your answer is, like in case of other economic laws, wherever there are certain laws of production, state of technology is assumed to be constant. Like that, they will influence your answer, but it is because technology is a major determinant of supply. Okay. Then, quantity supplied decreases when population falls. So, you should have the term decreases.
Okay.
No, don't give contract, because what? Factors other than price. You remember? Change in quantity supplied and versus change in supply. Like change in demand versus quantity demanded. It comes from there. That portion, graphical portion, without graph question is asked. Okay? Yes, true. Because it is here, price is a passive factor. Factors other than price influence. Example here is population. Okay. Now, 8th. Always. What was the answer?
False.
False. Why false? When the wages increases, labor supply will increase, no?
Yes.
False.
Yes, magic. Yeah. Seriously.
False.
False. Why?
The wages increase, the supply of labor will decrease.
Why?
Because of huge work.
No, because expense.
Because of?
Like the cost of production will go.
Oh. Why would labourer be worried about cost of production?
No, I mean the producer.
Oh my God, he is offering. See how you are all messed up in your thought. He is offering wage increase. It is for the labourer to decide whether he wants or not. See, he is getting to the story nearby. Well, forgot everything. No? Backward bending labor supply curve. What is the meaning of it? Please note. Up to a certain extent, when wages increase, labor supply will increase, because wages is an incentive. It's a motivation for the laborer, but beyond a point, it will be like this. If you see the curve. Up till this, it will be directly related. After that, it is backward bending. Super duper. Current went off.
No.
Or voltage fluctuation. Okay. Do you understand this? Shows Lingesh left the meeting. When he came to leave, God only knows. Why they are not leaving? Hey, this thing is not there here.
They thought that level 30 is closed, so they left.
What they can't tell me?
I think so. Level 30 was the closing time,
Ah.
so they left. I think.
So I asked you people only, know how long? You didn't. Okay, I will finish this exercise and close.
Ah.
Okay, next tomorrow we will continue. Okay, we have done a good job only actually. Now, did you understand this pointer? Backward bending labor supply curve. Hey, voice is muted or what? Because that one guy also is very sincere. I have to appreciate him. Okay, yeah. Then choose the correct option. In which of the given cases law of supply is violated? Price expectation of a seller, monopoly, rare goods, all of them. From every nook and corner in this chapter, I took a question. I mean, I wanted to give a question. That's why it's like this. Yes, come. What are option you take? Rare goods, okay. Current,
All of them.
all of the above. Today is your day. All of the above. Because a monopolist will not follow all these dictates and all. He is the price maker. He will determine on his own. Price expectation of seller, what did we see? It was inverse, no? So it is not law of supply. Law of supply is direct relationship between price and quantity supplied. Remember that. Rare goods, yes, you cannot. Price is going up. Even if I want to offer, I cannot because it's a rare good. I can't find it. All of the above. Is that clear? Okay, the 10th one is a graph based question. Please answer it. SS denotes decrease in supply. True or false? Look at it. Where is S2, S2? So is it true or false?
Oh, it is.
So is this true or false?
False.
Yes, Karan, you are ready to come out.
Oh.
True.
True. See, it's true. Why? I will draw this and show you the thing. Look at this. This is your SS point of quantity. S1 is Q1 increasing. S2 is decreasing. Q2. This is declining. The curve will be looking up, but it will be declining. This is your S1 increase. Are you clear? Do you see all the points? Yes, Mudit? So the answer is what? True. S2 denotes decrease in supply. Okay. Yes, I suppose you noted down the answer for all this tricky ones. Okay, so I think we will wind up today with this. Okay, and tomorrow we can go. I think we have done a good job. No, chapter by chapter we have done, and now it is up to you to take these as template questions. How will a direct question will be? How will an analytical question will be? How will a graph based question be without a graph? And how a graph can be given and you will be questioned. How will the numericals be? All this, right? So take this as an exam tip, and I'm sure you will attend tomorrow also physical class. Yes. Very good. And online students who attended today, please ensure that you are attending. I assume that it would be profitable discussion. I think you can recollect what we have done. Yes, I know this. I have to study this. Today you would have understood where is your weakness. Likewise, at the end of the 5 days, you know which part you're strong, which is your weak part. Right, which you have to focus. So thank you so much, students. It was a wonderful time with you. Time just flew from 6:30 to 12. We didn't even know that we have done for close to 5.5 hours or something like that, right? So I think your active participation also, interactive basically, right or wrong, you interact, no, so that we can correct and learn. Not that I know the perfect answer only then I'll reply no. And maintain this notebook for all the 5 days. Tips will be there, and I'm planning to share the PPTs. I feel that it would be helpful as a ready record. Okay, thank you so much then, very nice of you. Any online buddies is there? Yes, yeah. Highly pleased with you, Nitish. I have not seen a wonderful online student like you. So others are present, but you are really active in the interactive platform. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow, what is the timing for class, ma'am?
6:30 starts. To that choice, no?
Because I have semester.